Hey everybody, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. So in honor of Star Wars Day today, and because my son Mac asked me to, I'm going to show you how to do a sort of planet type card. So what you're going to need for this is, first we're going to make some new masks. And we made masks in my videos before, but honestly, I need a new one. And this is just a, cover for something. I like to use these because they last a little bit longer. And I want to space my planets out. So this is just the infinity circle dies from Hero Arts. And I'm going to just kind of place these along here, just like yay. And I'm not even going to bother taping them down. I'm just going to take them over to my vagabond and I'll be right back. As you can see, I've got all my circles cut out. I go ahead and just put my dies back. And I just use the smallest ones because, I mean, you could go as big or as small as you like. Where's my itty bitty one? There it is. Put those away. And I don't need this, but I do need all these pieces. So now I've got my inner and my outer masks for my planets. And I'm looking for my tape. Well, okay, there it is. I'll be using this scrapbook.com removable tape. And we can get those out of the way for now and get started on the background. So you guys have seen this a million billion times. So I'm going to do it again. And for this one, I chose Salvage Patina, Shaded Lilac, Peacock Feather, and Wilted Violet. And I'm going to be using Simon Hurley Stark-White Cardstock. And what I like to do is go in with the lightest colors first. And for this, I'm going to be using my finger daubers that I got here from scrapbook.com because I want a little bit more control of the space that I'm working in. And this range will work for the Salvage Patina. And I'm just going to come in here and I want to start from the center. So I want my lightest part at the center. I want to kind of think about the shape of my universe, right? And so I'm going to shape it like this. And so there is the whole center of my universe, much like my children. Pretty simple. And then I'm going to come in with the Shaded Lilac. Again, keeping the lighter colors towards the inside. And I'm going to make some little goobery goos here. And all we're doing is just making little splotches. And some over here. And just little circular motions. Okay, not too much. And I'm going to go in with the peacock feathers. And get into the darker. And blend those in. Little circular motions, lighter hand towards the center. You can go darker towards the outside. You can go dark light, it doesn't matter. It's your universe. And I'm just gonna kind of come in, give some scribblies here. And then lastly, I'm going to come in with the Wilted Violet. And hit the outside. Again, just kind of making little circly and back and forth motions, just getting the color down, And you hear that thunder? Oh yeah, we are having a storm today. And I have my air turned off, so you guys will appreciate that I'm suffering here. It gets so humid in Alabama. Ugh, it's awful. And then I want to kind of tie it all together here, back with the salvage patina, and kind of blend that out. Okay. There's the beginnings of a new world, a whole new world. I don't know if I can sing that or not without getting in trouble. And lastly, I'm going to go in with black soot, and that's going to cover the outside entirely. So, and come in and out. Mostly want the huge amount of darkness on the edges, and at this point I'm going to make a mess if I don't grab something for these sticky notes work great. Just put the sticky note in my hand. Just trying to hold this down without getting ink or fingerprints on it. Oh, inevitably I will. That's just the nature of how I am. You guys know that. You get a handmade card from me, it's gonna have a smudge. So notice I'm coming in lighter as I go in towards the center and keeping it heavy on the edge. So kind of resembling clouds-ish, sort of. I don't know. I've never been out in the universe, and I have a feeling they doctor up the pictures they put on National Geographic. It probably looks just nothing like black space. I don't know. I mean, would you ever want to travel to space? I don't. I can barely get on a plane. Not without being heavily medicated. I'll keep my feet on solid ground, please. And I want to come in a little bit with that one. Okay, so right there is the beginnings of the whole universe. And so what we need to do now is I need to dry this. Okay, it's nice and dry, it's not leaving any fingerprints, although Simon Hurley's paper doesn't generally tend to do that. I just like to make sure because I'm going to be putting some white ink on top of here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get out our masks and decide where to put our planets. And I'm not going to use the biggest one on here. I'm going to put one right about here. I'm going to take my pencil, and much like we made the bubbles, I'm just going to go around the circle. What I want to do now is I want to smudge. And this is how my fingers are always getting dirty. Yeah, it doesn't want to smudge, but that's okay. Normally I would use my Caran d'Ache crayons, but I'm saving those for a future tutorial. So we've got our black line. Now we're going to get into our white pigment ink. And I'm going to use a finger dauber. And I hate these things. I guess they're necessary. Maybe I'll use the ink that's in there. Much like we did our bubbles, we're going to think about the light source. So it's going to be coming from the center, right? So I'm going to start, make sure I've covered my black line there. And I'm just going to come in and give light, color the whole thing, and then more focused light towards one side. We're also going to put shadows on here. So when you lift that up, there you've got a wonderful little planet going on there. And let's do another little one right here. Oops. Bleh. And yeah, Simon Hurley's paper doesn't want to smudge, so I'm not even going to bother trying. And then get my white ink and I'm going to fill the whole thing. And then I'm going to give more concentration to this inner edge. Now I'm just dabbing. There we go. And then we'll do a little planet here. Let's give that one full tilt right there. And I think this planet here needs more white. And we'll deal with the shading. Yeah, it needs more white. Woohoo! Okay. We need one more planet? Yeah, let's do one more. Let's go right about here. There we go. Yeah, I want one more tiny one over here. Oh, snap. My planet is imperfect. Okay, how to fix that, how to fix that. Okay, I'm probably just gonna break the whole thing, but I'm gonna take the tiniest mask and set it on here. Hold it down with my finger and come back in with my black finger dauber and hopefully correct that. Don't smear, don't smear, don't smear. Oh, you stinker. Eh, it'll be okay. Once we start adding our shadows and light. Okay, now that needs to dry before we start adding shadows. So off camera, I just wanted to show you a little something that you can do to add some depth to these. And so I've done it to all of these, and I'll show you on this one. Once everything's dry, just simply taking my pencil and lightly outlining a little bit at a time and then smudging. And especially when you get over to the dark areas, it just makes them pop a little bit. You don't have to do that. I mean, it's up to you. You do get dirty, which, you know, that's the name of my game. So I'm a big Star Wars fan. I took my stepson to see The New Hope back when it first opened up in 1977. I'm sorry if my head and everything's in your way. I'm trying to stay in the line. And you just do a little bit at a time. And see how that just kind of makes it just pop a little bit more. So now we're going to go in for the shading. And we're going to look at each of our planets, and we know that the light's coming from the center. So for instance, on this planet here, I'm going to take my black finger dauber and put my mask on. I'm going to lightly do kind of a circular motion. Well, not a circle, like a C. And get it darker towards the edge and keep it light in the middle. So you see that, and then when you pull the mask off, you've got your shadow. So I'll go in from this one, and you just need a tiny one on these tiny ones. And this is the reason that I like using these wrapper things. That one didn't quite get enough. Is because they're slippery, so when you're trying to blend, you've got, you know, a good blend. You can even add some color. Let's make this planet red. I'll go in with my candy apple. And I'm not going to color the whole planet. Where's it? You're going to do the dark side. And very light. And come in. And give it a couple little light dabby dabs like that. We'll let that dry and then we'll come in with our black. And then this guy right here, he needs to be shaded down here. And don't worry if it looks a little funky because we're going to go back in with white. And this guy needs to be shaded over here. See our moon's coming to life here. Okay, so now we're going to go in with some more white. We're almost done, folks. Thanks for your patience. And I'm going to just dab like that. And keep it light towards this edge. And if you want, you can throw your mask back on there so you don't accidentally get it outside of the line. What we're trying to do is just kind of blend these shadows and light. Yeah, I think I want to use the mask on that one. I see myself going over. Wipe that down, make sure it's not going to come off. Because I want the most light towards this side. See how we got that? Could make a Death Star. I'm not going to make a Death Star, but you could. That would take all day because that would be hand drawing. Could I do it? Probably. Will I? Nope. See? Bring some white in here. Outside of my line. These little ones, you just basically need to do a dab, just like that. And it's good with that white for now. And we want to just get a little bit of shadow here on Red Planet. There we go. Okay, and of course I did that. That's okay. Look at, I got the black dauber right here. There we go. Make sure everything's all nice and black around the edges. Okay. Last thing we need to do is use our little masks. And the reason we're using these masks, okay, I got a problem because I need 2 of this one. I think I have another one around here somewhere. I'm just gonna lay these on top. And the reason we're doing that is because I don't want stars all over them. So we're about to make stars. That one fit there? Yep. All right, I know I had another tiny one over here because I was using it earlier. Here we go. And we're gonna do stars the same way we did before. I've already got some white started. I'm just gonna wet it down a little. Grab my fan brush. Give it a little stir and go from high up. See, I'm way up here. And just start splattering on the stars. You want big, you want small, you want all in between. And if you wanted to later, because these are going to fade back, you can go in with a heavier coat, or you can go in with your Posca pen. Okay. I'm going to try and carefully remove these guys without smearing my stars. All right, I know the best way to do that. Flip! Ta-da! And just get my rag and wipe some of these up before they dry. And there you've got your planetary nebula thingy. And you can go in on this one. I went in with some cloud stencils and I made like a Milky Way. You can do that or just leave it like it is. And again, these will fade back. So once they've faded back, you can go in with the white Posca pen or a white paint, tiny little paintbrush and paint in whiter stars, which would make them look closer. Anyway, again, happy Star Wars Day. Thanks for stopping by, and y'all have a good one. Hey, if you like what you see, why don't you share it? Hit the like button down there, and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.